All right, guys, welcome to another week of Honors Earth Science. As you can see up on the screen here, we'll go through kind of the schedule for the week. I'll get you guys going on each of these different activities. Just a little bit of a reminder of where we're at in our chemistry unit. We're transitioning now from exploration and getting a little bit more into the explaining part of some of those really important details. That being said, you did last week work on your assessment. Remember to continuously try to improve. You can come to office hours from 1 to 3 any day to ask questions. Continuously upload and improve, and I'll take a look at it, and we can kind of go back and forth with that. So I just wanted to make sure that you do have these things due this week. However, you can also utilize this week to improve that assessment score. Okay, so as you can see, kind of the first thing that you need to do before you get into any of the explanation resources is to review how to do Cornell sketch notes. Now remember, Cornell Notes is the format, right, where you have your essential question up on the top, you have a bar over on the left-hand side where you're putting questions or different things, and then the right-hand side is for your notes, and then you've got a spot at the very end of your Cornell Notes to answer that essential question or your summary. So I have a resource for you to go back and try to remember what Cornell Notes are, but then also remember we're also kind of sketch noting or utilizing images and drawing to kind of help you remember. Okay, and this is extremely important for chemistry. A lot of what you're going to be taking a look at this week and next is drawing. Okay, so the more that you can put as far as drawing goes into those Cornell sketch notes, the better, and the more you're going to be able to retain. Okay, so I'll show you that resource here in just a second. Once you're done with that, you're going to be taking a look at a couple of different things, and as you can kind of see, a lot of it deals with bonding, and that's why we've finished our explore activity with that bonding, which I did post the answer key, and I can show you here in just a second. So the first one is going to be an explained video revolving around ionic and covalent. So again, kind of getting your brain back into that last explore activity. That is going to be due on Tuesday, 11:59 p.m. On Tuesday, then, you're going to be taking a look at a way to represent valence electrons, which is Lewis dot diagrams. You need to do that explain by Thursday. Wednesday is our normal kind of help and catch-up day, so 11:35 to 12:10 I'll be available, but then also that day from 1 to 3, so a couple of different times if you need some help. Thursday, once Thursday rolls around, you're going to get into kind of a little bit more of a generic bonding explain activity. That is going to be due Friday, because you're going to watch a specific video on ionic and then a specific video on covalent. In class, we'll review something called polarity, and that's really only revolving around covalent bonding. And then, you've got 2 days to work on that bonding explain, because it is a little bit longer, because you're focusing in on a couple of different things. Okay, so as far as this week goes, a little bit more work than normal. So you're going to need to keep on top of things. You're going to need to do things every single day. Do not wait. One thing that I am noticing when I take a look at things that get turned in that aren't necessarily graded or assessments is that some of you are blowing those off and not doing those. So highly recommended that you don't do that, because you do have an assessment coming up here in a couple of weeks. Okay, so let's jump back into Schoology, show you a couple of things as far as how to do things, where to find them. First, the answer key to the Explore activity is going to be in that Explore folder. It's right here. So definitely recommended to go back to yours, utilize mine as an answer key and correct, so that you can use that in the next assessment. Okay, otherwise, the first thing that you need to do this week is to read and watch this Cornell Sketchnote website and video. This is something that we used first trimester, so when you open up the website, it should look hopefully a little bit familiar. I think this gentleman does a good job of comparing and contrasting what Cornell Notes are and then how to utilize some of those symbols and images with sketch notes. So watch that video, read through some of the different things that he talks about before you jump into any of the activities for the week. Okay, so you've got 3 of them, right? They all work the same. Okay, so in this first one that's due on Tuesday, ionic and covalent bonding, the first thing that you're going to need to do is grab this template, right? So you're going to take this Google Doc template, I guess, send that over to Notability because you are going to be drawing, or if you want to keep it in Google Docs and make your own copy and draw and then bring in pictures, that's perfectly fine as well. Okay, but you can see you've got your essential question up here on the top. Your notes go over here on the right hand side, and then this is, you know, your side for review questions or things that will help you remember, your different keys or symbols to help you locate different things, and then you have the essential question or your summary down there at the bottom. Okay, so again, however you'd like to utilize that, whether it's in Notability or Google Docs, that's entirely up to you. Okay, so you grab that first and then just head over onto the video. Okay, we're going to be taking a look at a couple of different sources for videos. All right, so this one is just introducing ionic and covalent bonds. All right, so you might want to have, you know, a little bit of a side-by-side, or maybe you have a couple of different screens so that you can utilize your time efficiently. Okay, so that's the one due on Tuesday. The next one due on Thursday revolves around Lewis dot diagrams. Again, you grab the template, open up the video. This one's from me, walking you through the idea of utilizing the group number to figure out how to represent elements and valence electrons. Okay, so you watch that one, take notes. You're going to want to do these separately. You're going to have different submissions, but you know, if at the end you want to kind of pool them all together before the assessment, feel free to do that. And then on Friday you have this bonding explain activity. And like I said, there's one for ionic bonding and there's one for covalent. So maybe you want to grab the template twice, or maybe you want to do it once. Doesn't really matter if you have multiple submissions for this one, but the videos are coming from Khan Academy. Okay, so watch these. If you need to watch them multiple times, please do so. I think the key thing here, guys, for you to remember is that the more drawing you can do, I think the better the process of bonding is going to stick with you. Okay, so also everything is in this explain folder. All right, so all that stuff is there for you, including the sketch note, Cornell note review. All right, so we will do a couple of different activities when I see you in class. You will have a little bit of time to work, but again, really important that you utilize each day to do science. Okay, this is a little bit heavier of a week when it comes to work, so make sure you plan ahead and time manage. All right, you guys have a wonderful week.